In this video, we're going to talk about Joe Biden's signs migration measure that benefits 8 million with green cards. As per our regular efforts once again, today we have brought you another remarkable piece of updates that has the potential to positively impact the lives of millions in the United States. By signing a Breakthrough Immigration Act, which promises to grant green cards to an estimated 8 million individuals, President Joe Biden took a huge step towards immigration reform. This step was taken by the United States. In this video, we will delve into the details of the U.S. immigration process and understand the updates in details.
Visit our Swat&Vee channel with your questions to see how best we can help you out your process. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel.
So, without any further delay, now let's get into the video and find out what the latest updates are on U.S. immigration. Welcome once again. Now, we have some extremely thrilling news regarding immigration to share. Recently, we got to know that President Joe Biden's immigration proposal would become law. The anticipated day has finally arrived, bringing hope and solace to millions of people. President Joe Biden has given the Senate permission to release all currently residing undocumented immigrants, and the borders have been further opened to allow those awaiting status to obtain it immediately. We will discuss briefly the complexities of this historic immigration reform, which is anticipated to benefit immigrants from India, Colombia, Venezuela, Nicaragua, and Ukraine, among others. The new immigration law provides a clear path for all of its constituents to become citizens and addresses the nation's long-standing immigration problems due to the foresight and leadership of President Joe Biden. With the passage of this immigration legislation, millions of previously undocumented individuals, some of whom have resided in the country for years, will have the chance to improve their situation. Numerous of them have work permits but have been unable to obtain permanent residency. Better, this new law benefits individuals with temporary protected status, TPS. The final stage is to provide them with the long overdue security and authority they deserve. Biden approaches immigration policy from a humanitarian perspective. Despite the fact that Congress has not yet enacted comprehensive immigration reform, President Biden has used his executive authority to increase the number of legal immigrants who are allowed to enter the United States. This is a revolutionary step that the nation has not taken in many years. However, due to Florida's strict immigration policies, led by Governor Ron DeSantis, Republicans have been compelled to maintain a resolute stance at the border. Democrats and Joe Biden in Congress were inspired to act to aid migrants and secure their ballots at the same time, which contributed to Joe Biden's election to the presidency. Failure to address these crucial issues could jeopardize the Democratic Party's support and political standing among Latino migrants, particularly the Mexican minority that has been living illegally in the United States for decades and has recently been given hope of obtaining legal status. In the midst of a protracted congressional impasse over immigration reform, President Biden has created a pathway for the admittance of hundreds of thousands of new immigrants via transitory or humanitarian state programs like parole or political asylum. These programs offer people escaping war and political instability in various parts of the world the opportunity to legally settle in the United States. Numerous individuals from the Ukraine, Italy, and several Latin American nations have already been granted asylum as a result of last year's protections. Migrants from these nations can now fly into the country and receive instant work authorization if they have a private sponsor who assumes responsibility for them. It is essential for migrants who intend to enter the United States to understand that if they have a relative or family member already living there, they can sponsor them, ensuring that they will not be a burden on the government by using public benefits such as food stamps or free health care. Never accept anything for free in the United States. This is essential advice. Instead, you should prioritize work because it will allow you to pay taxes, attain residency, and come out of hiding. Cheap Cars is committed to keeping you informed about all significant aspects of U.S. immigration. By mid-April, approximately 30,000 Ukrainians had already infiltrated the United States through a variety of schemes, surpassing the total number of people admitted through the official U.S. refugee program over the previous 5 years. In addition, there has been a notable increase in admissions from Colombia, Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua over the past decade. It is anticipated that by the end of 2023, 360,000 individuals from Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua, and Haiti will be permitted entry. The administration of President Joe Biden has also granted temporary anticipated status to approximately 6,700 people from 16 other nations, demonstrating a strong commitment to addressing humanitarian concerns. The principles of Vice President Joe Biden will guide the executive branch as it continues to exercise its authority over immigration reform while Congress remains silent. The issue's dynamic nature necessitates alertness and vigilance. Efforts by Republicans to end the temporary stay program for citizens of Cuba, Italy, Nicaragua, and Venezuela will likely center on their perception of excessively lax immigration laws. 20 states led by Republicans, including Texas, Florida, Tennessee, and Arkansas, have filed a complaint with the federal courts asserting that they accept an additional 365,000 immigrants annually. Since Florida has been the driving force behind some of the most restrictive anti-immigration laws in the country, including the 1718 Act, which may also be supported by the state of Texas, this has raised concerns about the rising costs of healthcare and education, as well as the potential need to amend immigration laws in states such as Florida. Florida and Texas governors Ron DeSantis are close acquaintances and members of the same Republican Party. Both want to deport all immigrants, legal and illegal, from their respective states on the grounds that they are an economic burden. The reality we face as migrants, however, contradicts this narrative. Rhonda Sanders is presently struggling financially due to the implementation of the immigration law on July 1 and her inability to fill the positions vacated when undocumented illegal immigrants left. In spite of calls from some Republican lawmakers for the return of migrants, the only way for them to return to their jobs in Florida is if a bill granting legal residency and a driver's license is enacted. According to the Republican position, the law's sole purpose was to discourage undocumented immigrants from moving to Florida and to encourage those already living there to depart. The goal appears to have been attained, but President Joe Biden's efforts are evident for those who wish to immigrate to or legalize their status in the United States. The Senate has been presented with a new immigration law that provides benefits for all border crossers. There is no way to overstate the importance of this new immigration law. Migrants are not interested in hollow promises. They seek actual development. They desire ratified laws and wish to end their hiding. It is essential that individuals who arrived in the United States 20 years ago, 5 years ago, or even today have the opportunity to obtain legal status. This measure may slow or stop the implementation of anti-immigration policies like those supported by Ron DeSantis in Florida, which have already resulted in the deportation of several individuals. The consequences are extensive. The destiny of immigrants in the United States is in jeopardy. President Joe Biden risks losing both the White House and the support of a large number of immigrants if he does not approve the immigration reform presently before the Senate. The election of Ron DeSantis or Donald Trump's prospective re-election heightens uncertainty. Will immigrants be compelled to abandon the country, handing it over to those who refuse to work in agricultural or construction industries, where the majority of workers are undocumented immigrants earning pitiful salaries that bring more misery than happiness? Uncertainty notwithstanding, one thing is certain. Latinos United will never be defeated. On the verge of passing a potentially revolutionary law, we expect it to liberate innumerable individuals from anonymity and open doors to opportunity. Let's remain united and committed to providing immigrants in the United States with a brighter future. As we reach the conclusion of this section, We are filled with optimism and hope for a future in which millions of immigrants residing in the United States will be able to do so in safety and stability, knowing that President Joe Biden's immigration measures have provided them with a path to legal status. This significant ruling may usher in a new era in the nation's immigration laws, allowing many individuals who have long sought a path to green cards to obtain them.
I hope you guys found this video extremely helpful. If you know anybody that could benefit from this information, definitely make sure to share this video with them. We are all about empowering you with knowledge. So the more people that can benefit from this video, the more people we want watching this video. If you like this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs icon. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit on the notification bell for more immigration updates. Bye!